Hello and welcome everyone, this is Type V3, and as the clock strikes midnight, the dark hour is upon us, and who better to have by our side than the anti-shadow suppression weapon herself, Aigis. This is the Figma take on the ever-so-popular character from the Persona 3 video game series. A mix of simplicity and steampunk make up most of this character's physical design, and Max Factory seem to have based their iteration of the character off of Aigis' conceptual art rather than the in-game model. The result is an Aigis who bears much more anime-esque proportions and hyper-realistic features. The sculpt in general won't win in the complexity department, but sections such as her hips and shoulders are impressive nonetheless. Paintwork is also a simple affair. No real astonishing details, with mostly every section being covered in a single solid color. Her suit in general is a little off-white, and I wish the pearly white joints at the elbows and knees had been painted to match. The gold paint also has more of a tarnished finish to it that I could have done without. It's not that big of an issue, but I just would have liked a more metallic sheen to them. Also, parts of the gold trim on mine does have some scratches, and the painted details in the headband came out kind of mushy. Aigis comes with a total of 3 expressions, all of which bear resemblance to the character quite well. For starters, she has a neutral face in which her eyes veer to the left, a happy face with an open mouth, and an angry glare which I found to be the most versatile for any situation. Being a Figma, Aigis is as articulate as you'd expect her to be. She carries all the major joints, the only one missing is here in the waist, but I think if they added one in, it really would have ruined the cohesiveness of the sculpt, so it doesn't really bug me too much, especially because her actual hips are very posable there anyways. These ammo barrels can be taken off if you don't like their look, so you can give her a much lighter look in the arm. And she even has the plastic stands at the base of her feet, so that she doesn't need the Figma stand to keep herself upright. However, my figure is very unstable, so I tend to keep it attached to it anyways. I think the one thing that doesn't come across very much when you see pictures of this figure is just how tall she is. I mean, in the background I have 2 other Figmas, and because they're a little bit further in distance, they kind of look the same size, but up close you can tell Yukiko is almost a full inch shorter than Aigis, and that is strange. And Blackrock Shooter, again, very short compared to Aigis. So this makes Aigis very much not in scale with other Figmas, but it makes her I guess, in scale with other action figure lines, such as SH Figuarts or Marvel Legends. And I really like this edition. My only issue is that when you put her beside something that should be in the same universe, like Yukiko, it does kind of look funny. But who am I to complain? I guess Max Factory should have just made this chick a little bit taller to begin with. On Aigis' hand rack, you'll find fists, gripping hands, straight hands, open palms, and of course, her bullet fingers. Sadly, there's no effect parts included, so these may look a tad confusing to those unfamiliar with the character. The only other accessory Aigis includes is her rocket punch. Detailing on this item is impeccable, and I've got no issues with it whatsoever. Even its implementation is smart and easy. Also, while it will fit on either arm, the fist is only sculpted for the right. A firing gimmick would have been neat, but I'm not missing its absence. At its core, Figma Aigis is both a solid figure and a completely mediocre release as a whole. The aesthetics are great, as is the overall articulation, but the appeal could have been heightened with additional accessories, as well as sharper details. However, for those who are fans of the series and are interested in this Figma, you definitely won't be disappointed with her, especially if you can nab her at her original price point of about $30. On the other hand, what if you are looking for an Aigis that offers a little bit more? More importantly, how does this Figma stack up against the competition? Specifically, Bandai's Chogokin Aigis. Well, put simply, the Chogokin is the objectively better toy in almost every way. It's larger, includes die-cast pieces where it counts, has a much more premium finish, and comes with a handful of accessories. Yet, there is one area in which the Figma has the upper hand. Whereas the Chogokin looks like a robot doll, the Figma actually resembles the look of a real character. And it's this single aspect that has me favor Max Factory's figure over Bandai's offerings. Anyways, this has been Type V3. Thanks for watching, and this certainly isn't the end of Persona 3. Because while Aigis' chariot has brought her to the end of this journey, she is now but a fool searching for the answer.